6-foot freshman and guard number 1, Shayla Seller. From LaPorte, Indiana, 5'5" freshman guard number 2, Riley Hutt. From Crown Point, Indiana, 5'7" senior guard number 10, Anna Albrecht. From Howard, Germany, a senior 5'9" guard number 12, Anna Luttenberger. And from Fort Wayne, Indiana, 6-foot senior at forward 14, Jatoya Zender. Akila Sims, Haley Seibert, and Marcy Albers with Mastodon assistant coaches. Head coach for your Mastodon, D.C. Nelson.
Fort Wayne, played high school ball at Wayne High School, played 2 years at Chicago State, sat out a year for the transfer reasons, and she is starting tonight up front. Last year, she averaged 9 points and 7 rebounds per contest. D.C. Nelson in her 4th year as the head coach, assisted by Marcy Alberts, Haley Seibert, and Akila Sims. Our officials tonight, Jeff Cross, Megan Joseph, and Rachel Stackhouse. Mastodons wearing the home white uniforms. We're going from right to left in the first half. Purdue Northwest, black with white and gold trim. Jeff Cross in the center, tosses it up, and the opening tap is controlled by Purdue Northwest. 4 10-minute quarters here in Arnie Ball Court. Pride moving it on the perimeter. A near steal. Top of the key. 3 on the way. No good by Brittany Bernard. And we've got a whistle underneath. First foul is going to be on Shayla Sellers. Her first, team first. We played 23 seconds. Purdue Northwest to inbound under the basket, inbounds pass to Danielle Nennig, and she scores the first points of the game and the season. 2-0 Purdue Northwest. We played 30 seconds here at Arnie Ball Court. Riley Ott drives to the basket and banks one off the glass and in. And just like that, we're tied at 2. Fort Wayne playing man-to-man defense. Nennig brings the ball over midcourt, passes it to Valters. Shot up and in by Bernard. 4-2 Purdue Northwest. Last year, they averaged 58.5 points per contest, but they put a couple of buckets on the board early here in the first quarter. 8:45 left in the quarter, 4-2. Purdue Northwest on top. Riley Ott, jumper good. She has all 4 Mastodon points, and we're tied at 4. Full court man-to-man pressure put on by the Mastodons, but Nennig brings it over midcourt, kicks it off on the left side. Jumper is no good by Kennedy Jackson, and here comes the Mastodons. Loppencooper wants to go coast to coast, has her shot blocked out of bounds by Nennig. Mastodons will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Ott to Sanders, tries to get back to Ott. We've got a whistle. Jeff Cross says personal foul. And the foul's going to be on Savia Brockington, who checks in. Her first, team first. Ott off the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's pulled down by Bernard. And Purdue Northwest throws it away. So they turn the ball over. 8:09 left, first quarter. Mastodons 4, Pride 4. Loppencooper to inbound it. Gets it to Sellers, who gives it to Riley Ott. Ott drives the right side. Kicks it back out to Albrecht. Now left wing, Sellers for three. Yes! Shayla Sellers with the first long ball of the season for Purdue Fort Wayne. And they're on top 7-4. 7:47 left first quarter. Brockington on the right side hands it off to Valters. Valters dribbles to her left. Cut off, looks for help. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on Shayla Sellers. That is her second, team second. And that will result in a substitution. Ellie Dykstra out of suburban Grand Rapids, a sophomore, into the lineup now. Angel Galbraith with the ball. Gives it off to Bernard. And the ball's taken away. And here comes Ott. Fouled as she goes to the basket. And I believe she will shoot two. Foul is on Savia Brockington, her second. So each team's committed a pair of fouls. Riley Ott will go to the line for two. Coming in for Purdue Fort Wayne is Michelle Nichols, a 5'10 junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, transfer. First of two free throws by Ott is perfect. The freshman now with 5 points. 8-4. Mastodons on top. 7:19 left first quarter. Second free throw good as well. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne putting full court man-to-man pressure on Purdue Northwest. Kennedy Jackson up the left side of the floor, crosses midcourt. She's going to try to go coast to coast, banks it off the glass, no good. Nichols with the rebound. Crosses midcourt, now hands it off to Ott. Less than 7 minutes remain, opening quarter of the 2019-2020 season. Nichols on the left wing to Loppin Cooper, back to Nichols, and she shuffles her feet and travels. Turnover, Purdue Fort Wayne. Their first of the ball game. Checking in for Purdue Northwest is Taylor Valters, and she will replace Kennedy Jackson. Mastodons 9, Pride 4. 6:51 time left in quarter number one. Purdue Northwest with the basketball, heading from left to right. They get the ball over midcourt to Valters. Valters on the right side, double team, looks for help. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue Northwest. 21 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock. 6:41 left on the first quarter game clock. Angel Galbraith inbounds the ball. Stolen by Ott. Driving and has it blocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Taylor Valters. Got the hand on the ball, and they're going to say last touched by Purdue Northwest. It'll be Mastodon ball. Ott to inbound it. Gets it to Nichols. Nichols spin move, back out to Ott. Long jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Danielle Nennig. Gives the ball to Galbraith. Angel Galbraith now crosses midcourt at the 6:17 mark of the first quarter. Valters, left side to Nennig, hands it off to Galbraith. Purdue Northwest working on the perimeter, 10 on the shot clock. Long three-point shot by Kelly Damon, no good. Dykstra comes up with the basketball for Purdue Fort Wayne. Hands it off to Ott. The freshman crosses midcourt. Top of the key pass to Nichols. Now on the left wing to Albrecht. Baseline drive off the iron and in. And Albrecht with her first points of her senior season. 11-4, Mastodons on top. 5:36 left first quarter. Purdue Northwest moving from left to right in the black traveling uniforms. Valters back up top of the key. Now they go on the left wing to Damon. Damon lobs it into the left block. Bernard off the glass and in. Brittany Bernard with her second field goal. Makes our score 11-6. Loppin Cooper comes right back and is tied up under the basket. Possession arrow will favor Purdue Fort Wayne at the 5:12 mark of this first quarter. Sanders back in, gets the inbounds pass from Ott, and she is bumped by Molly DeValkeneer. Her first, team third. Purdue Fort Wayne will maintain possession, leading 11-6 with 5:09 left in the first quarter. Albrecht inbounds it to Dykstra. Ellie's jumper around the rim and out. Sanders, the offensive board, the putback no good. Dykstra with the board, and we have a whistle underneath. Foul's going to be called on Shatoya Sanders. Her first, team third. So the ball goes over to Purdue Northwest with 5:01 left in this opening quarter. Pride trailing Purdue Fort Wayne 11-6, and nearly a turnover created by Loppencooper. Alexa Ropke in the lineup with the ball. Hands it off to Valters. Valters dribbles left, dribbles right, watched by Ott, knocked away by Sanders, picked up by Riley Ott. Turnover Purdue Northwest. Ott quickly up the floor. Albrecht near the foul line, back to Ott, driving the left side. Shot too strong. Rebound to Valkeneer. Here come the pride of Purdue Northwest. Lopez in the block to Ropke. Back up top. Galbraith with a three off the iron, no good. Out of bounds. Ball goes over to Purdue Fort Wayne, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left here in our opening quarter. Our score, Purdue Fort Wayne 11, Purdue Northwest 6. Let's take a break. As from Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
Explore surgical weight loss with the accredited team at Lutheran Bariatric Center. We offer multiple surgical options as well as support, education, and compassion before and after your procedure. The bariatric team at Lutheran Hospital will help support your every step. Learn more at lutheranhealth.net/weight-loss. That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Hospital is owned in part by physicians. Results may vary. Consult your physician.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. I'm Mike Maas. First media timeout of the night. 4:14 left here in the first quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne leading Purdue Northwest 11-6. Macedons are 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the foul line. Purdue Northwest 3 of 8 from the floor, 0 for 3 from behind the arc, and they have yet to attempt a free throw. Macedons to the basketball in the home white uniforms, going right to left. Hannah Albrecht being hounded by Kennedy Jackson, gives it off to Michelle Nichols, who banks one off the glass and in. Nichols with her first points as a Mastodon. A 7-point lead now, 13-6. 3:43 left here in the first quarter. Driving is Angel Galbraith. Her shot off the glass, no good, and back comes Purdue Fort Wayne. Hannah Albrecht, the senior from Crown Point, top of the key. High post to Sanders. Shatoya spin move, shot off the glass, too strong. Rebounded by Kennedy Jackson, who gives the ball to Angel Galbraith. Jackson, top of the key to Roanhouse. Right side, three-pointer, in, out, and in again by Molly DeValkeneer. Her first points. Purdue Fort Wayne 13, Purdue Northwest 9. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The extra top of the key, left side pass to Nichols, back to Dykstra, and she is fouled. And the foul is going to be on Kelly Damon. Her first, team fourth. Purdue Fort Wayne maintains possession at the 2:54 mark. They will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Albrecht looking, kicks it back out top of the key to Nichols. Nichols attacks, is knocked to the floor. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mastodons. Riley out back on the floor after a short break. Michelle Nichols heads to the bench. 2:49 left first quarter. Mastodons 13, the Purdue Northwest Pride 9. 16 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock. Ott inbounds it to Sanders. Drives the left side of the lane, banks it off the glass and in. First field goal for the former Wayne General. 15-9, a 6-point Mastodon lead. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Brockington brings it over midcourt, now hands it off to Roanhouse. Back to Savia Brockington. Damon, left side three, off the rim in the fortuitous roll. So Kelly Damon with her first points. And it's a 3-point game, 15-12. Purdue Fort Wayne on top as we near the 2-minute mark. Time left in this first quarter. Anna Lappen-Cooper, the senior from Germany, on the left side, watched by Galbraith. Hands it off. Ott. Wow, what a move by the freshman Riley Ott, who now has 8 points in this first quarter. It's a 17-12 Purdue Fort Wayne lead. Shea Roanhouse, top of the key. Gets it to Galbraith, watched by Lappen-Cooper. Both teams have gone man-to-man. Shot no good. Sanders with the board. Outlet pass Ott. Riley Ott crosses midcourt with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Passes on the right wing to Albrecht. Top of the key, Dykstra. Looking left, now passing left to Lappen-Cooper. 12 on the shot clock. Lappen-Cooper dribbles to her right. Lobs it into Sanders. 14-footer, good. Victoria Sanders with her second bucket. 19-12. Mastodons on top. A steal by Lappen-Cooper. Shot, no. Dykstra with the offensive board, and I think she's going to be called for the foul. Yes, she is. Ellie Dykstra with her first. It's the team's fourth. With exactly 1 minute remaining in this first quarter. Get a look at the replay there. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne putting on full court man-to-man pressure. See how Purdue Northwest reacts to it. Brockington brings it over midcourt. Now looking for some help. Kicks it out right left side to Valters. 42 seconds left in the quarter. Valters gets it to Brockington. And a turnover. Good Mastodon defense. Gives them the ball back with 36 seconds to go. Leading 19-12. Riley Ott will bring it up over midcourt. The freshman from LaPorte High School. Now passes to Hannah Albrecht. Now on the left wing to Ellie Dykstra. Dykstra top of the key to Jazzy Hughes in the game for the first time. Now to Lappen-Cooper. Back up top to Albrecht. 8 in the shot clock. Lappen-Cooper, left side jumper. Off the rim, no good. Albrecht offensive rebound. Shot up, good. Just 8 seconds to go. And Albrecht with 4 points. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's it for the first quarter. Productive first quarter for the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons as they outscore Purdue Northwest 21-12. Second quarter coming up momentarily. After one, here from Arnie Ball Court, it's the Mastodons 21, the Pride 12. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court. Purdue Fort Wayne leading Purdue Northwest 21-12 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Purdue Northwest with the basketball, going from left to right. Trying to move is Savia Brockington. Hands it off to Shane Roanhouse, who makes a bucket, her first of the ball game. And it's 21-14. Riley Ott, Ellie Dykstra, Jazzy Hughes, Hannah Albrecht, Anna Loppencooper on the floor for the Mastodons. It's Loppencooper top of the key, now to Hughes on the right side. Back to Anna, the senior from Germany, drives the lane, misses the shot, but draws the foul. And she will shoot 2. Foul is on Taylor Valters. Her first, team first of the second quarter. So Anna Loppencooper, again, a 4-year senior from Rhein, Germany, at the foul line. Left-hander's first free throw is good. That's her first point of the night. She gets one more. And that is good as well. Purdue Fort Wayne 4 of 4 now from the free throw line, and they continue to put on full court man-to-man pressure, and Loppencooper comes up with the steal. Gets it to Albrecht. Hannah says, let's run the offense. Gets it back to the point guard, Riley Ott. 9:03 left, second quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 23, Purdue Northwest 14. Ott drives the lane, nobody home. And Riley banks it off the glass. She's in double figures with 10 points, and timeout called by Purdue Northwest with 8:55 left in this second quarter. First timeout called by either team. First quarter numbers. Purdue Fort Wayne was 9 of 19 from the floor for 47.4%. 1 of 1 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the foul line. Riley Ott had 8 points. 4 points for Shatoya Sanders, 4 points Hannah Albrecht, 3 from Shayla Sellers, and 2 from Michelle Nichols. Purdue Northwest 5 of 12 from the floor for just under 42%, 2 of 5 from long distance or 40%. Did not attempt a free throw. Brittany Bernard had 4 points. Kelly Damon, Molly DeValcanier had 3 each, and 2 points from Danielle Nennig. Home opener for Purdue Fort Wayne. In fact, the first 3 games of the year, as you get a look at Hannah Albrecht with a nice move under the basket. And a reverse layup. Michelle Nichols, one of the newcomers, also scoring there. And Shatoya Sanders, the former Wayne General, driving to the basket and banking it off the glass and in. Brittany Bernard is checked in, as has Danielle Nennig. Angel Galbraith. Galbraith has the ball now for Purdue Northwest. Gets it into the left corner for Kelly Damon. And she throws it away. Pass intended for Savia Brockington. So the Mastodons will bring it from right to left. Riley Ott, the freshman from LaPorte, brings it over midcourt. Tries to drive the right side, kicks it back out to Albrecht. Now to Dykstra on the left wing, 13 on the shot clock. Ott Back to Dykstra. Skip past to Hughes. Hands it off to Lappencooper. 6 on the shot clock. Left side three. Arching three off the iron. Gets her own rebound. And a fresh 20 for the Mastodons. And Lappencooper tried to get it to Ott, and he threw it away. Dykstra picked it up on the Mastodon side of the court. That'll be a turnover. Right in front of us is Purdue Northwest. Hennig hands it off to Brockington. Brockington wants to drive the left lane and banks it over the outstretched arms of Sanders. First points for Savia Brockington. 25-16 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. 7.5 minutes left here in quarter number 2. Riley Ott, long arching shot, no good. Hughes tried to keep it alive, but it's picked up by Damon, who gives it to Brockington. Brockington hands it to Galbraith, who drives the lane and is knocked to the floor. And she will shoot 2. Foul is on O'Reilly Ott. Her first, team first of the quarter. So the clock is stopped with 7:18 left in this second quarter. Angel Galbraith going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Michelle Nichols will check in. And Jazzy Hughes will check out. And checking in is Bailey Goodman, replacing Kelly Damon for Purdue Northwest. Angel Galbraith at the foul line. First of 2 is good. It's her first point of the night. Free throw number 2. Off the rim, off the glass, off the rim and in. 25-18. The Mastodon lead cut to 7. 7:11 left here in the first half. Ott, top of the key pass to Lappencooper. Going to left the wing, back to Lappencooper. Looking for Sanders down low, ball knocked away. Now you get a scrum and Lappencooper takes it away from Ninick. We'll take it away from Sellers. Lappencooper, long jumper, no. Sanders, offensive board, tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Purdue Fort Wayne. So they will keep it with 6:48 left in this second quarter. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. And Albrecht to inbound it. Looking, kicks way back out to Sellers, top of the key. She'll launch a 3 and hit it. Michelle Nichols, a deuce now and a tray. And it's 28-18, a 10-point Mastodon lead with 6.5 minutes left until halftime. Danielle Nennig with the ball. High post pass to Galbraith, give and go. And Bernard will bank it off the glass and in. Brittany Bernard now with 6 points. Purdue Northwest staying in there. It's 28-20. And here is a takeaway. And another takeaway the other way. Nichols gets it ahead to Ott. Elliott says let's slow things up and run the offense. 5:50 left in the second quarter. 28-20 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Purdue Northwest. Shatoya Sanders wants to drive the right side and is knocked to the floor. She'll get a couple of free throw opportunities. Foul is going to be on Brittany Bernard, her first, team second. Clock is stopped with 5:42 left in this second quarter. Shatoya Sanders, again a fifth-year senior from Wayne High School here in Fort Wayne, at the free throw line. And the first free throw is good. She is now has 5 points tonight. make it 6. As the next free throw is good as well. She will head to the bench as Ellie Dykstra, I shouldn't have, make that Nichols heads to the bench. Ellie Dykstra checks in. 10-point Mastodon lead, 30-20, 5:35 left, second quarter. Purdue Northwest with the basketball. Here's a steal by Albrecht. No, picked back up by Galbraith. Shooting over Sanders, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Albrecht. Albrecht now backs it up, maintains control, now brings it up over midcourt. Dribbles to her right. Kicks it back out to Dykstra. 5:10 left in this second quarter. On a Loppin Cooper to Sanders, top of the key. 8 in the shot clock. Sanders, pull-up jumper, off the rim, no. Rebound, Danielle Nennig of Purdue Northwest. Gets it to Brockington. Back to Nennig, picked up by Loppin Cooper. Both teams been playing primarily man-to-man defense so far tonight. DeValcanier with a long jumper is good. Molly DeValcanier now with 5 points. And it's 30-22. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. 4:34 left, quarter number 2. Riley Ott wants to drive to the right. Shot short. Rebound. Savia Brockington kicks it left side to Bailey Goodman. Her 3 off the rim, hits the support. Dropped through the netting, but it's no good. And we have, I believe, I thought we'd have a media timeout. And evidently the play is going to continue. Purdue Fort Wayne bringing the ball up right to left, again wearing the home white uniforms. And Albrecht, top of the key to Dykstra. Ellie Dykstra, the sophomore, looked right, looked left, dribbles left, drives the lane, bakes it up, too strong. Fight for the rebound, it's out of bounds to Purdue Fort Wayne. 20 seconds now left on the shot clock, 4:02 on the second quarter game clock. Purdue Fort Wayne 30, Purdue Northwest 22. Albrecht kicks it back out to Nichols. Nichols, jumper good. Michelle Nichols, 5 points in the second quarter, 7 points overall. 10-point Mastodon lead, 32-22. 3:45 left until halftime. Galbraith into the right corner. Brockington, pull-up jumper off the iron, gets her own rebound and puts it off the glass and in. Good hustle by Savia Brockington. She has 4 points. 32-24. 3:26 left here in the second quarter. Mastodons with a lead in the basketball. Nichols, left side pass to Loppin Cooper. On a dribbles right, bounce pass to Nichols. Nichols, 8 in the shot clock, wants to move in, drives the lane, misses the shot, gets the ball, gives it to Dykstra, off the glass and in. Ellie Dykstra with a bucket. Her first. 34-24, less than 3 minutes remain in this second quarter. Nennig drives the right side, makes the shot and draws the foul. Foul is on Riley Ott, her second, team second of the quarter. And chance for a conventional 3-point play by Danielle Nennig. Shayla Sowers checks in for the Mastodons in place of Riley Ott. Jazzy Hughes checks in place of Michelle Nichols. Shay Roanhouse checked in for Purdue Northwest. Free throw on the way, and good. 5 points for Nennig. 34-27, a 7-point Purdue Fort Wayne lead, 2:44 left, second quarter. Sailors on the right side, hands it off to Loppin Cooper. Bounce pass, give and go to Hughes, off the glass and in. And a foul, I believe. Foul's going to be on Bailey Goodman. Her first, team third. And Jazzy Hughes with a chance for a three-point play, and she gets it. So it's 37-27, 10-point Purdue Fort Wayne lead with 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Taylor Valters with the ball. Passes it to Goodman. Goodman, high post pass to Nenig. 10 on the shot clock. They try to go down low. Shot up, no good by Roanhouse. Rebound, Jazzy Hughes. They work it up the right side to Dykstra. Now gives it to Albrecht, right side three. Short. Fight for the offensive board. Tie up. Loppin Cooper, Goodman, and Nenig. Possession arrow favors Purdue Northwest with 2:02 left on the second quarter game clock. So they will inbound it, trailing 37-27. Savia Brockington walks it over midcourt. Now passes to Roanhouse. Sellers on her. Back to Brockington. Tries to go down low to Nenig. Shot blocked by Dykstra. Nice block by Ellie Dykstra. Loppin Cooper ahead, left side to Albrecht. Lob pass into Hughes in the left block. Turnaround jumper. Good! Jazzy Hughes with 5 points. 39-27, 90 seconds left in the half. Brockington drives left side, long on the shot. Albrecht with the board. Ball knocked away, picked up by Nenig. Turnover, Purdue Fort Wayne. Valters will look to the bench for instructions with 1:11 left in the quarter. 39-27, Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Purdue Northwest. Goodman dribbles to the left. The Nenig driving the lanes, tries to bull her way through a pair of Mastodons and draws a foul. Foul's going to be on Ellie Dykstra. Her second, team third. Clock stop with 1:01 left in the quarter. And free throws coming up for Danielle Nenig. Dykstra out, Shatoya Sanders in for Purdue Fort Wayne. Brittany Bernard checks in. Shea Roanhouse checks out for Purdue Northwest. Danielle Nenig, N-E-N-N-I-G at the line. First one, no good. She will get one more. 5'10" junior makes the second. She now has 6 points. Makes our score 39-28. Momentary delay as Shayla Sellers ties a shoe. Now she's ready to go. Jazzy Hughes inbounds it to Hannah Albrecht. Nikki is her nickname. Right wing pass to Sellers. Lob pass and a block to Sanders as it knocked away by Brockington. Brockington wants to go 1-on-3. Kicks it back out. Long three off the rim. No good by Bailey Goodman. Albrecht over midcourt. Left side to Nichols. Michelle Nichols cut off at the pass. Kicks it to the right side to Sellers. 30 seconds left in the half. Inside move to Sanders, and her shot rejected. Here comes Purdue Northwest. Galbraith off the rim, no good. Sanders with the board to Albrecht now. 10 seconds left in the half. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. Albrecht gives it up. Inside Sanders. 2 seconds. 1 second. Shot no good, but we got a foul right before the horn went off. Foul's going to be on Brockington. That is her third foul. 4th team foul. And they're going to go to the monitor, see how much time is left. My guess is maybe 0.2 of a second, but Jeff Cross puts on a headset so we can talk with the video people back in the control room. Shatoya Sanders should get a couple of free throw opportunities. She was fouled in the act of shooting. The joy of technology. We'll wait and see. And then we get a look at the replay. At 7:10 at the moment. You see Sanders in the act of shooting, and they're slowing it down. She was about to be fouled. I thought the foul was going to be on Brockington, but yeah, Brockington was to the left. Determination by Shatoya Sanders. And they are going to give Sanders 2 shots, and there's 0.8 of a second left. 0.8 of a second left. So Sanders, who already has 2 free throws tonight, getting 2 more opportunities. She has 8 points overall. Anna Loppencooper will check in now, and Shayla Sellers will check out for Purdue Fort Wayne. Jockeying in the lane, if you will, and now Jeff Cross says 2 shots and gets the ball to Sanders. First free throw is good. So she has 9 points. Now a chance to get into double figures. And she does. Inbounds pass, and that'll do it. And the first half comes to an end. A pretty good second quarter for Purdue Fort Wayne as they outscore Purdue Northwest 20-16. So halftime here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. The teams head into their respective locker rooms. Our score at halftime, Purdue Fort Wayne 41, Purdue Northwest 28. Stay tuned for the Lutheran Health Network halftime show. When we return audially, you will hear a chat with Mastodon head coach Nisi Nelson. Again, our score at halftime, the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons 41, the Purdue Northwest Pride 28. From our ball court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
Explore surgical weight loss with the accredited team at Lutheran Bariatric Center. We offer multiple surgical options, as well as support, education, and compassion before and after your procedure. The bariatric team at Lutheran Hospital will help support your every step. Learn more at lutheranhealth.net/weight loss. That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Hospital is owned in part by physicians. Results may vary. Consult your physician.
Find your path and empower your future at Purdue University Fort Wayne. Seize opportunity with small classes, top faculty, and a degree that moves you forward. Experience everything and become anything with an education as unique as you are. Explore our degree programs and learn more about important application information by visiting pfw.edu/future. We are Purdue University Fort Wayne, and this is an education with purpose.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Lutheran Health Network halftime show. It's the season opener tonight for the Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball team. They're taking on the Pride from Purdue Northwest. And here at halftime, we're going to spend a lot of our halftimes here at home this year talking with Mastodon head coach Nisi Nelson. And we're going to talk about the team and who knows what else. But first and foremost, let's welcome Nisi back for year number 4 at the helm here at Purdue Fort Wayne.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me.
You're number 4. Hard to believe in some ways. I can't call you a senior. You've already graduated from Concordia, Portland. But let's talk a little bit about this 2019-2020 version of Mastodon women's basketball. And the first question I'll ask, a lot of hard work you do each and every summer, but you had to bring in some new players this year. Can we talk about them first?
Yeah, sure. We brought in 6 new faces, so in some ways this is a brand new team, especially when you're meshing returners, a couple of them that did get quite a few minutes, with some players that are going to play some key roles here, especially having 2 of our freshmen get the nod for the start today.
Well, before we talk about the freshmen, you always look for leadership. Last year you had just 1 senior in Deshura Young. This time you've got more than one. Let's talk about the seniors.
Yeah, you know, they've done a really good job. This summer our senior and upperclassmen leadership in general was really strong with the new players coming in, and again, this culture that we've finally established. The seniors laid down all of the ground rules for the incoming, which was great because when we stepped on the court for that very first summer workout, everybody knew what they were doing. Everybody knew the hard work and work ethic that was expected for the workout. So it's been a really refreshing summer and fall as far as leadership goes.
You've got a couple of Hannahs that are coming back. Hannah Albrecht, who is a 5th-year senior. Hannah Hess, who is a redshirt junior. How important is it to have more than one upperclassmen to try to lead the new people in and, like you say, get them established to what the culture is here at Purdue Fort Wayne?
It's really important. You know, Hannah Albrecht will get the starting nod today along with Anna Lappen-Cooper. Don't know if you've heard, but Hannah Hess is out right now, and she's been out pretty much all fall. So we will probably get her back next week. But as for the 2 plus Shatoya, who will be starting as well as a senior, there's big expectations for them. You know, they've been in the program under our leadership now for 3 and 4 years. Shatoya maybe just 2. But the expectation for Shatoya is big-time defense and rebounding, and she knows that. And then the leadership on the floor is to be an extension of myself and our coaching staff. Nikki has to be the vocal leader, Anna has to be the leader by example, and all of them really lead by example.
Did you talk with those gals prior to the start of summer workouts and give them what you and your staff want to see have happen from them this year from a leadership standpoint?
Yeah, so we try to train them for the first time they step on campus, and we grow their leadership as they progress. And that way they're ready for that leadership role by that senior season. Now, we talked a lot in the spring about what we're bringing in and what the expectation of each of those players are that we are bringing in. And then gave assignments to some of those players about, you know, this is what you need to do to make sure that they're ready to go. So they've done a really good job with that too.
One thing that, for some strange reason, seems to be a constant is injuries. And you've got to fight injuries right off the get-go. You mentioned Hannah Hess not able to go, and Shatoya Sanders is coming back from an injury she had late last year. What's your first thought? I mean, you've been around a long time as a player, an assistant coach, a head coach now. I know you'd like to take a 2x4 to the word injury, but how do you and the staff work with these gals? They're busting their chops, but yet for some strange reason, some of them do get hurt. I know injuries is part of the game.
Yeah, you know, when Sierra went down with her ACL injury early in the fall, that one was a little bit scary because it happened in front of the entire team. But, you know, we have a really strong freshman stepping into that point guard role, and she's done a really nice job of wanting that responsibility. So we're really excited about that. Then you have Hannah Hess, like I said, we're getting her back. Shatoya as well, she had cleanup surgery, so we're looking at that, and it's a race against time, right? race against time to see what games we get them back for, because these are three big seniors that are the heart of our defense because there's some of the really strong athleticism in that defense. Now, we don't get Sierra back until next year, but for every situation that might be looked at as a negative, there is a huge positive. You know, we get Sierra to come back as a fifth-year senior next year to help lead us into the Horizon League, and that strength and athleticism is non-replaceable. And then same thing with Hannah Hess. You know, it allows some other people to step up in those positions and get some reps, as well as Shatoya's position. So as a coach, having done this and been in the business for a long time, yeah, you take a hit to the gut a little bit, but you keep on moving, and you got to keep that same positive, strong attitude so that no one sees that there's a drop-off.
Final question tonight, and I'm really looking forward. We get to chat more often during our halftimes at home this year. But final question tonight being opening night, brand new season, clean slate, 0-0. Hopes, thoughts, and goals for this edition of Macedon Women's Basketball.
You know, I really hope they come out with this excitement to come out and play this first game in front of a home opening crowd. I really think that they've built strong chemistry, like I said, throughout the summer and the fall, so I hope that shows through. And the big thing for us is just making sure that we relax and have fun. You know, we have some players that when they're in that zone, they can really hit shots. We want to push the ball in transition. Like I said, Riley has that no-fear mentality, so I'm excited to see what she's going to bring when the lights turn on. And then with Shatoya, again, nursing that injury, I want to see how she gets up and down the floor and give her some confidence going into the next few games.
I would be remiss. Our home games this year are on YouTube, and in years past, you've had a chance to say hi to Mom and Dad, and I'm hoping they'll be watching tonight from the West Coast, so you get the floor.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, if you are listening, hello, I love you, and I hope you're liking this game.
Thank you for tonight. Looking forward to chatting you on Thursday morning before the Roosters crow when we get to play UIC at 11 o'clock, but we'll talk more about that Thursday. But good luck tonight. Good luck as we get season number 4 underway.
Thank you. And for those of you who can make it to the 11 o'clock tip, there is already 1,300 RSVPs from the youth in that community. So they've done a really good job of filling the seats. So it's going to be a very loud atmosphere at 11 o'clock here at the gate.
That's head coach Nancy Nelson. We'll take a break, come back to Arnie Ball Court in a moment as this is Purdue Fort Wayne Women's Basketball on YouTube.
Busy. Most days you wake up, make the coffee, get the kids dressed, and get them out the door. With everything else there is to do in a day, finding a doctor can take a lot of time. You have to ask your friends for recommendations, search online, sort through results, and make a dozen phone calls. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call. All you need is a single phone number, 844-LHN-DOCS. That's right, with one phone call, you can schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in the Lutheran Health Network. And with 20 locations throughout Allen County, there's a Lutheran Health physician close to you. Or LHN DOCS to find a new doctor or make an appointment. Finding a doctor with just one phone call? That's life. Powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne University. I'm Mike Maz. It is halftime of our season opener between the Macedons and the visiting Pride from Purdue Northwest. Purdue Fort Wayne with a halftime lead of 41 at 2:28. They led 21-12 after one, and they outscored Purdue Northwest 20-16 in the second quarter to get that 13-point halftime lead. A quick look at the numbers. Purdue Fort Wayne 15 of 35 from the floor for just under 43%, 2 of 6 in three-point range for 33%. a perfect 9 of 9 at the foul line for 100%. They are led by freshman Riley Ott with 10 points. 8 points for the senior Shatoya Sanders, 7 for junior Michelle Nichols. 5 points coming from Jazzy Hughes, 4 points from senior Hannah Albrecht, 3 from freshman Shayla Sellers, and 2 apiece from Anna Lappencooper and Ellie Dykstra. For Purdue Northwest, they were 11 of 26 from the floor in the first half for just over 42%, 2 of 7 from three-point range for just over 28%, and they were 4 of 5 from the foul line for 80%. They were led in scoring by Brittany Bernard and Danielle Nennig, each with 6 points, 5 points from Molly DeValken-Deer, 4 points coming from Savia Brockington, 3 points from Kelly Damon, and 2 points apiece from Angel Galbraith and Shay Roanhouse. Battle of the boards right now being won by Purdue Fort Wayne 19-13. Purdue Northwest leads in assists 7-6. Purdue Fort Wayne has only turned the ball over 5 times. Purdue Northwest 11 times. Steals favors the Mastodons 7-3. And that's what's happened here. Let's take a look at the Summit League out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Evans Toyota. Let's roll around the league if we will. Opening day and night in the college basketball on this Tuesday. South Dakota went out to Boston, Massachusetts, and they defeated Northeastern 80-76. Let's see who else. Western Illinois is going to take on Missouri, but that game won't start for a little while yet. Just a few moments, they just posted the starting lineups for that game. Oral Roberts began their year with a convincing 114-60 win over Central Christian of Kansas. Creighton and Omaha getting ready to tip off at Baxter Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. And let's see if we got anybody else that's... South Dakota State does not begin their season until Friday when they play at Drake University in Des Moines. And again, those are scores from around the Summit League. I also want to remind you, the Purdue Fort Wayne men's basketball team tips off their season tonight out in Las Vegas, Nevada. They'll take on the Running Rebels of UNLV. Tip time is 10 o'clock Fort Wayne time, and you can hear that game on ESPN Radio 1380 or 100.9 FM on the radio side. You could also get on ESPNFortWayne.com or GoMastodons.com. Brett Rump is courtside at the Thomas and Mack Center. Again, the men's team coached by John Kaufman taking on UNLV. Tip time 10 o'clock and the pregame show at 9:45. Well, both teams huddled around their respective headquarters. You've been listening to the Lutheran Health Network halftime show. Lutheran Health Network, a proud sponsor of Fort Wayne Mastodons halftime show. Ready Med, a member of Lutheran Health Network, has convenient hours in 5 locations in Fort Wayne and New Haven. Whether it's a sprain, a rash, or the flu that has you down, Ready Med is there when you need them. This is life powered by Lutheran, LutheranHealth.net. It will be Purdue Fort Wayne basketball to start the third quarter. They'll be going from left to right. Anna Lappencooper, Riley Ott, Shatoya Sanders, Hannah Albrecht, and Shayla Sellers, and immediately Ott misses the shot. Sanders an offensive board, and there's a tie-up. And the possession arrow points right away, 11 seconds into the quarter, to Purdue Northwest. And they've got Bailey Goodman and Brittany Bernard. Kennedy Jackson, a steal by Sellers, but the ball is taken right back by Danielle Nennig. They get the ball up the court. Now they'll be going right to left. Goodman Being watched by Albrecht. Ball knocked away by Sellers, picked up by Nenig. 8 on the shot clock. Nenig wants to go left baseline. Blocked by Sanders, picked up by Riley Ott. Long pass, too long and head for Sellers. Great block by Shatoya Sanders. Good hustle, good defense. Purdue Northwest gets the ball back. Man-to-man full court pressure put on by Purdue Fort Wayne. Jackson. Nenig, ball knocked away by Loppin Cooper, picked up by Nenig. 10-second call. Great defense by Purdue Fort Wayne, forcing a Purdue Northwest turnover. So Loppin Cooper will inbound the ball just to our right in front of the Mastodon bench. Checking in Angel Galbraith for Purdue Northwest, replacing Taylor Valters. Loppin Cooper, the senior from Rhine, Germany, looks, gets it back to Ott, the freshman from LaPorte, Indiana. Ott watched by Galbraith. Sellers, lob pass in the block to Sanders. Spin move to the right, shot no good. Toya knocked to the floor. Just shoot a couple of free throws. Foul going to be called on Brittany Bernard. That is her first foul of the third quarter. Comes at the 8:54 mark. And Shatoya Sanders, who had a very solid first half with 8 points, including 4 free throws, hits another free throw here to start the third quarter. She has 9 points. Second free throw on the way. No good. That's the first free throw missed by Purdue Fort Wayne today after they made their first 10 in a row. 42-28, 8:45 left third quarter. Opening game of the year for both Purdue Northwest and Purdue Fort Wayne. Top of the key, Nenig passes to the right to Goodman. Size mismatch, he's watched by Sanders. Throws it to the right side to Menard. Partial block by Sanders. Off a shot by Bailey Goodman. Look at that. That's something that Shatoya wants to do a lot of this year as you get a good look at the replay. Galbraith inbounds the ball to Jackson and has it taken away. And now they're just going to call it a plain turnover and get the ball to Purdue Fort Wayne. Sanders out. Michelle Nichols in for Purdue Fort Wayne. And Savia Brockington checks in, replacing Bailey Goodman. And Molly DeValcanier checks in as well for Purdue Northwest. As Brittany Bernard heads to the bench. Riley Ott, freshman from LaPorte, brings it over midcourt. Exciting freshman. Dribbles to the right. Now they go into the left corner. Sellers for three! Shayla Sellers with her second triple of the game. Makes it 45-28, 2 minutes into the second half. Macedons with a comfortable lead. Top of the key is Nenig. Hands it off to Galbraith. Watched by Sellers. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for help. Now they go right side. Jackson, left side three. Good. Galbraith, a second to go on the shot clock. Now with 5 points, it's 45-31. Ott looking over the defense. Passes left side to Loppin Cooper. Now to Nichols, top of the key. Pull-up jumper. No. Fight for the rebound. It's controlled by Kennedy Jackson of Purdue Northwest. Bounce pass ahead to Brockington. Back to Galbraith, top of the key. 45-31 Mastodon, 6:54 left, third quarter. DeValcanier in the block, double team, kicks it back out. Now they go in the left corner. Galbraith wants to go baseline. Loses the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Molly DeValcanier, and it should go to Purdue Fort Wayne. Or they're going to keep it. Wow. They're going to keep it with Purdue Northwest.
Here we go, White.
They'll have 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Kennedy Jackson to inbound across the way. Gets it to Galbraith. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Hoisted 3, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds to Purdue Fort Wayne. Coming into the scores table is Kelly Damon. Again, a 5'9" sophomore from Carroll High School here in Fort Wayne. She replaces Kennedy Jackson. 45-31 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Purdue Northwest. 6.5 minutes left, third quarter. Season opener for both teams. Purdue Northwest, a new school in Division II. Riley Ott, right side 3, swishes the cords. She now has 13 points. And it's 48-31. The lead opens up. A 6:10 left in the third quarter. Galbraith has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Pride. Joe Galbraith to inbound. Looking, and she's going to throw it away, I think. No, because it was a pass, it's still a live ball. And not over and back like a lot of people thought. But you're down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brockington forces a shot up, misses, but she draws a foul. And the foul's going to be on Riley Ott. That is her third. First team foul of the third quarter. But Ott has 3 personal fouls. She will go to the bench with 5:52 left in the quarter. Hannah Albrecht also checks out as Sanders and Nichols return. 2 free throws coming up for Savia Brockington. Brockington had 4 points, all coming in the second quarter. Hits the first of those 2 free throws here. Makes it 48-32. 48-33 is the next free throw is good as well. 5:48 and counting time left in the third quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne with a 15-point lead, 48-33, inside pass to Sanders to kick it back out to Nichols. Nichols on the left side, underneath, all alone, Sanders off the glass and in. 11 points for Sanders. Nice feed from Michelle Nichols. Galbraith on the right side, watched by Shayla Sellers. 5:15 left in the quarter, 50-33. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Purdue Northwest. Collision between Loppen-Cooper and Brockington, and Anna Loppen-Cooper charged with the foul, her second, team second in the quarter. Chazzy Hughes checks in. This is Hannah Albrecht. Ellie Dykstra takes a seat. As does Shayla Sellers. Purdue Northwest to inbound in front of their own bench. Get the ball in. Another block by Sanders off a shot by Roanhouse. That's 3 blocks in this third quarter by Shatoya Sanders. It'll stay with Purdue Northwest under their own basket. And get the ball inbounds now. Brockington with 10 on the shot clock. High post pass to Roanhouse, wants to drive the right side. Shot up, no good. Sanders with the board. Hands off to Loppen-Cooper, up the right side to Albrecht. Albrecht back to Sanders, going to plow the way through and draw the foul. Foul is going to be on Roanhouse. Her first, team second. And we have a media timeout with 4:44 left in this third quarter. Our score, Purdue Fort Wayne 50, Purdue Northwest 33. Let's take a break as from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. I'm Mike Maz. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne leading Purdue Northwest 50-33. Shatoya Sanders, the fifth-year senior from Wayne High School here in Fort Wayne, at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one short. After hitting her first 5, she has missed her last 2. She has one more coming. And that one is good. So Sanders now with a dozen points. It's 51-33 Mastodon lead. They continue to put full court man-to-man pressure on Purdue Northwest. Pride get it over midcourt. Brockington drives too strong. Sanders, another rebound outlet pass, Hannah Albrecht. Albrecht over midcourt, left side pass to Sellers from the corner. 3 is no good. And over the back foul going to be called on Michelle Nichols. Her first, team third. Trying to get that rebound. So here come the Pride going from right to left. Work the ball over midcourt. Now attacking. Oh, almost a block of Brockington by Jazzy Hughes, but they're going to call Jazzy for the foul. Her first, team fourth. One more, and Purdue Northwest will be in a bonus for the remainder of this third quarter. Brockington hit a couple of free throws earlier this period. She has 6 points altogether. Make it 7 as the first of 2 free throws are good. Makes our score 51-34. 51-35 as the second free throw is good as well. That's Savia Brockington. Hannah Albrecht with the ball for Purdue Fort Wayne. Left side pass to the freshman Sowers. Now on the left wing to Hughes, back to Sowers, playing in front of mom and dad. Ball knocked away, picked up by Damon. Ahead to Brockington. Brockington picked up by Nichols, wants to go left baseline, shot up and in. Boy, Savia Brockington's had a really good third quarter, 6 points, 6 of her 10. And timeout called by Purdue Fort Wayne at the 3:39 mark of this third quarter, as the lead is 14, 51-37. Battle of the boards right now being won by Purdue Fort Wayne 23-18. They lead in blocks 4-3 and steals 7-3. Lead in points in the paint 20-16. They lead the battle of the boards 23-18. Assists are even at 8. Again, individually, There we go. Riley out with 13, Shatoya Sanders with 12. 7 for Michelle Nichols, 6 for Shayla Sellers, and a couple of three-point field goals. 5 from Jazzy Hughes, 4 from Hannah Albrecht, 2 from Anna Loppencooper, and 2 from Ellie Dykstra. And for Purdue Northwest, they are 13 of 34 from the floor for 38%. Savia Brockington leading there with 10 points. Play back underway. Mastodons with the ball going left to right. Errant pass from Albrecht. And Purdue Fort Wayne gets a little bit of a break trying to save it. Was Danielle Nennig, but she was unable to do so. Did touch it, so the ball goes back over to the Mastodons. Loppencooper will inbound it to Albrecht. Hannah Albrecht now back on the right side to Loppencooper. Top of the key to Sanders. One dribble, pull-up jumper, good! Shatoya showing an outside presence as well. She's got 6 third-quarter points. 53-37. Kickoff underneath the netting. Now they kick it back out left side. 3 on the way, no good by Damon. Rebound the freshman Sellers. And Anna Loppencooper will bring it over midcourt. Dribbles to her right. Now to her left. Rubs around to Jazzy Hughes pick. Now passes back to Hughes, top of the key. Inside Sanders. Off the glass, no! And they're going to call foul on Hughes. Trying to get the rebound. Jazzy Hughes with her second foul. It is the 5th team foul in the quarter on Purdue Fort Wayne, so that will send Purdue Northwest to the foul line with 2:41 left in the quarter. And it looks like it'll be Savia Brockington at the line. She's already knocked down 4 free throws this quarter. As Michelle Nichols will check in, Hannah Albrecht will check out for Purdue Fort Wayne. Again, clock stop with 2:41 left in the third quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 53, Purdue Northwest 37. First free throw from Brockington is good. She now has 11 points. She has scored the last 5. Make that the last 6 points for the Pride, as the next free throw is good as well. 53-39 as we near the 2.5-minute mark. Time left in this third quarter. Sellers from the left side. 3 off the iron, no. Sanders put back, no. Rebound controlled by Brittany Bernard of Purdue Northwest. Nennig, top of the key. Ball knocked away by Lop. Oh, they're going to call a reach-in foul on Anna Loppencooper. Crowd and the team thought it was a clean steal, but Jeff Cross had other ideas. Third foul on Anna. And going to the line for 2, I believe, will be Angel Galbraith. Galbraith has 2 free throws so far tonight. Also a 3-point field goal. Ellie Dykstra in. And Michelle Nichols out for Purdue Fort Wayne. Angel Galbraith, 5'5" freshman from Vallejo, California. First free throw in and out, no good. One more to come. And that's good. So 1 of 2 from the line. In fact, the last 7 points have come from the free throw line in this quarter for Purdue Northwest. Sellers back to Sanders. Driving the left side, shot up, too strong, and we got a whistle underneath. Foul's going to be on Galbraith. Her first, team third. Nichols back in for Jazzy Hughes. Shatoya Sanders back at the foul line for 2. She is 6 of 8 so far tonight at the free throw line. Make it 6 of 9 as the first free throw rolls around the rim and out. One more free throw for the redshirt senior. And that one is good. Makes our score 54-40. Macedons again, full court pressure. And almost a steal by Cooper. Almost, not quite. Purdue Northwest will inbound it at midcourt with 1:47 left on the third quarter clock. Lob passed into Galbraith, being watched by Cooper. High post pass to Nennig. And Nennig watched by Sellers, the freshman. 8 on the shot clock. Bounce pass inside to Galbraith. 3 on the shot clock. Long left side 3. In and out, no by Damon. And here comes Purdue Fort Wayne left to right with 80 seconds left in the third quarter. Cooper. Inside Sanders. Turnaround jumper. In and out, no. Rebound, Brittany Bernard. Here come the Pride. Trailing 54-40 with 1:05 left in the third quarter. Danielle Nennig, top of the key, looks for help. Goes right side to Galbraith. Back up top to Bernard. Ball knocked away by Sellers, but picked up by Brockington. Her shot no good. Dykstra with the board. 48 seconds left in the quarter. 54-40, Mastodons on top. And Cooper over midcourt. Dribbles to her left. Now passes top of the key. Nichols into the left block. Sanders off the glass and in. Sanders makes it 56-40 with 25 seconds left in the quarter. Brockington and loses it. Picks it up, steps on the line. That is a turnover. Quickly, Jazzy Hughes and Riley Ott check in at the scorer's table. Sanders out, and Cooper is out, and Purdue Northwest brings in Valters and Kennedy Jackson, replacing Galbraith and Brockington. 17 and a half seconds left in the quarter, rather. Nichols will inbound it to Riley Ott. Play for one, says the freshman. Down to 8 seconds. Ott wants to drive. Reverse layup is good. Almost had it tied up, and that's the end of the third quarter. Riley Ott with the reverse layup makes our score after 3 quarters. Purdue Fort Wayne 58. Purdue Northwest 40. In that third quarter, Mastodons outscored the Pride 17-12. Fourth quarter coming up next after this timeout. That's from Arnie Ball Court. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
When it comes to breast health, early detection is key. At Lutheran Health Network, we offer mammography services at 9 convenient imaging locations throughout the region. Many locations offer 3D mammograms. No referral necessary. To learn more and schedule your mammogram, visit lutheranhealth.net/mammography. That's life, powered by Lutheran.
Three quarters in the books, 1 quarter yet to be played on this Tuesday night. Purdue Fort Wayne leading Purdue Northwest 58-40. Macedons once again will inbound the ball to start the quarter. Cooper, Ott, Nichols, Sellers, and Jazzy Hughes on the floor. Riley Ott, who just scored just before the buzzer to end the third quarter. Sellers baseline drive is good. Shayla Sellers now with 8 points. And the lead goes to 20, 60-40. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Kennedy Jackson to Taylor Valters. Collision and a turnover. Here comes Purdue Fort Wayne. Ott cut off. Here's Sellers. Back to Ott. Off her fingertips. Tries to drive underneath. She's cut off. There's Nichols. Spin move in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no. Taylor Valters with the ball. Now a long pass up ahead to Jackson. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue Northwest. Savia Brockington, who had a really good third quarter with 8 points, 8 out of her 12, checks in. Molly DeValcanier is in. Jackson tries to inbound it to Nenig, and it's taken away. Ott, snap pass, Loppencooper, left side. Foul line extended. They get back out, top of the key to Ott. Backs it up, surveys the scene, left side pass to Hughes. Hughes looks left, passes back, top of the key to Nichols. Nichols, watched by DeValcanier, now gives it off to Ott. 9 on the shot clock. Ott in the lane, kicks it back out. Jazzy Hughes, left side, Nichols, left side three, off the rim, no. Hughes, offensive rebound, and a fresh 20 for Purdue Fort Wayne. Ott between the circles, 12 on the shot clock. Launching a three, short, Nichols, offensive putback, no, we got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on Molly DeValcanier. Her second, team first of this fourth quarter. Comes at the 8:20 mark. Wholesale substitutions. Shatoya Sanders in for Purdue Fort Wayne. Roundhouse and Ropke check in for Purdue Northwest. Michelle Nichols at the line for 2. And the first one is good. Michelle now with 8 points on the night. And she is a 5'10 junior out of Philadelphia. Second free throw, no good. Sanders, offensive board. Kicks it into the corner. Sellers for 3. That's off the rim, no good. Ball kicks back to Loppencooper, who is fouled by Brockington. Savia Brockington just picked up her 4th personal foul. Second team foul of the quarter on the Pride. Loppencooper inbounds it in front of us to Riley Ott. Ott dribbles to the left. Still with the dribble. Now lob pass intended for Hughes. Kicks it out. Albrecht, right side 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Ropke. Ropke hands it off to Brockington, playing with 4 fouls. Savia over midcourt, now passes left side to Shea Roundhouse. Back to Brockington. 13 on the shot clock, 7:40 on the fourth quarter game clock. Inside move, shot up and in by Ropke. Alexa Ropke with her first points of the ball game. Makes it 61-42, 7:24 left. Ott wants to drive right side and has it blocked out of bounds by Kennedy Jackson. Nice defensive play by the 5'6 freshman out of Redondo Union High School in Carson, California. Albrecht to inbound. Looking, kicks it way back out top to Shayla Sellers, who hands it back to Riley Ott. Ott, right wing pass to Hannah Albrecht. Back to Hughes, top of the key 3, yes! Jazzy Hughes with a triple. She has 8 points. And it's 64-42 with 7 minutes to go. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Purdue Northwest. Brockington foul line extended right. Lob pass into the block. Turnaround shot up and in by Ropke. Alexa Ropke with 2 fourth quarter baskets. Makes it 64-44. 20-point Mastodon lead. Jazzy Hughes from outside, short. Brockington up the floor, over midcourt, to the foul line, up ahead. Robke off the glass, no! Rebound Hughes, outlet pass Lappencooper, left side pass to Albrecht. Run. Go the Mastodons. Lappencooper off the iron, no. Long rebound pulled down by Roanhouse. 6:15 to go. Mastodons 64, Pride 44. In the season opener. Robke, make that Roanhouse. Gets it to Goodman. Working on the perimeter. Jackson. Inside for Robke, knocked away by Sellers, picked up by Riley Ott. Ott to Albrecht, left side jumper. No, too strong. Hughes offensive rebound. Ball knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. It should stay with Purdue Fort Wayne. With 5:47 to go. Nichols in, Ellie Dykstra in, Jazzy Hughes out, and Anna Lappencooper out for Purdue Fort Wayne. Ott inbounds underneath the basket, kicks it back out to Albrecht. Hannah gives up the dribble, right wing pass to Ott. Riley backs it up, now back top of the key to Nichols. Nichols looks right, passes left to Albrecht. 5 on the shot clock. Nikki drives the lane, off the glass and in. 6 points for the senior from Crown Point. Makes our score 66-44 with 5:23 remaining. Purdue Fort Wayne with a comfortable lead over Purdue Northwest. Goodman, left side three, short. Offensive rebound by Roanhouse. Her shot no good. Fight for the ball and is picked up. Good hustle by Brockington. Brockington playing with 4 fouls. And now a whistle away from the ball. Foul's going to be called on Shayla Sellers of Purdue Fort Wayne. That is her 3rd, team first of the quarter. Comes at the 5:02 mark. Purdue Northwest to inbound the ball across the way. Sophia Brockington. Again, the 5'3" freshman out of North Central High School in Indianapolis to inbound it. Jackson, right wing pass to Goodman. Tried to get the ball inside, knocked away, but picked up. Roanhouse tries to go baseline, kicks it back out. 3-point shot, no good by Brockington. Nichols with a rebound for the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. 4:42 to go. 66-44, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Nichols tries a 3. Too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Kennedy Jackson. Jackson up the court, passes it to Savia Brockington. Brockington dribbles to the right, kicks it back out to Bernard. Going right baseline. Goodman off the glass and in. Bailey Goodman with their first points of the ball game. And a ball knocked out of bounds, and we have a timeout on the floor with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Purdue Fort Wayne 66, Purdue Northwest 46. Let's take a 30-second break. As from Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-American to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Now back here in Fort Wayne, Mastodons with a comfortable 20-point lead, 66-46 over Purdue Northwest with 4:13 left in the 4th quarter. In this 4th quarter, Mastodons just 3 of 12 from the floor. Purdue Northwest 3 of 7. Riley Ott brings the ball up for the white-clad Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, going from left to right. Left side 3, off the rim, off the glass, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Brittany Bernard. And here come the Pride going from right to left. Brockington over midcourt, picked up by Michelle Nichols. Goodman, ball knocked away by Hughes. Picked up by Roanhouse. 12 on the shot clock. Brockington, pull-up jumper. Good. Savia Brockington's first points of the fourth quarter. Makes it 66-48, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Top of the key to Nichols. Nichols, lob pass for Hughes, too strong of a pass. Ball picked up by Goodman, and she's fouled. And let's see. I guess ball. That foul is going to be on Jazzy Hughes. Her third. Team second of the quarter. Purdue Northwest inbounds the ball. Savia Brockington hounded by Loppencooper. On the right side. Lob pass into the right block for Ropke, who banks it off the glass and in. Alepska Ropke has had 6 points, all coming in this fourth quarter. 66-50. 3 on the way and good by Riley Ott. Arching shot at that. 69-50, 2:44 left. Brockington between the circles. High post pass to Roanhouse. Gives it back to Brockington. She'll launch a 3. Off the rim, no good. Ott had it and was tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Purdue Northwest with 2:31 remaining. A fresh 30-second shot clock as well. Bailey Goodman will inbound it underneath her own basket. Gets it into Robke, who gets it back out to Brockington. Now they go right side to Goodman. 2:22 left. Goodman, watched by Albrecht. Lob pass in the block to Roanhouse. And we got a whistle. Foul's going to be on Hannah Albrecht, which is her first foul of the ball game. Team third of this fourth quarter. Clock showing 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Kelly Damon will check in. And Bailey Goodman checks out for the Pride from Purdue Northwest. Inbounds pass to Robke. Now they go back out to Jackson. Jackson watched by Ott. 2:06 to go. Brockington wants to rub off a pick. Now lobs it in to Robke. Back to Brockington. Drives the lane. Jump shot. No! Sellers with the rebound. Outlet pass from Riley Ott. Ott to Albrecht. Albrecht pull up. Jumper. Good! And it's a long 2 for Hannah Albrecht. She now has 8. 71-50. 1:37 left. Looks like the Macedons will get their season off to a positive start with a victory. Brockington on the left side. Jumper off the rim. And it hangs up on the support. And we're going to need a little help getting the basketball. There's no way. How? We need a new basketball temporarily. 1:25 left. And to the rescue, another basketball. Hopefully it's not slick as all get out. Oh, looks like Jeff Cross may try to knock it down with another ball. This ought to be fun. Oh, and he scores! How about that? The question is it a 2 or a 3? Everybody gets a chuckle out of that one. Now back to real play. Jazzy Hughes will inbound it to Anna Loppencooper. 71-50 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. 80 seconds left in the season opener against Purdue Northwest. Loppencooper on the left side. Watched by Jackson. Gives it to Hughes. Jazzy wants to go baseline, and she'll bank it off the glass and in. 5 points in the fourth quarter, 10 points in the game for Jazzy Hughes, and it's 73-50. 1 minute to go. Kennedy Jackson, Roundhouse, and we have a whistle. Foul's going to be on Anna Loppencooper, and that's her fourth. Team fourth of the quarter, comes with 52 and 9/10 seconds left. Pride will inbound it in front of their own bench. Jackson to Brockington. Long left side three, short by Damon. Now Dykstra with the board. Outlet pass. First to Loppencooper, then to Albrecht. Dribbles back. Now she'll launch a three. Short. Rebounded by Roundhouse of Purdue Northwest. 30 seconds to go. Brockington playing with 4 fouls. Watched by Sellers on the right side. Lob pass knocked away by Hughes. Picked up by Sellers, handed off to Loppencooper. 13 seconds to go. And I don't think a shot will be taken. I know Loppencooper is just going to dribble it out. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's it. Final score tonight in the season opener. Purdue Fort Wayne 73, Purdue Northwest 50. All-time series now favors the Mastodons 5 wins to 2. Players and coaches shaking hands on the sideline. And it's a nice start for Niecy Nelson's crew here in 2019-2020. We will be joined momentarily by assistant coach Marcy Alberts. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne led after one, 21-12. They led at halftime 41-28. They led 58-40 at the break. And in the fourth quarter, they outscored Purdue Northwest 25-10. So not a bad start for the home team as they go to 1-0, and Purdue Northwest falls to 0-1. And we will be joined shortly by assistant coach, hopefully Marcy Alberts. So a lot of happy fans here. Maybe look at a highlight or two. Shatoya Sanders had a really nice night, getting a couple of outside shots along with some inside buckets, had some crucial blocks as well, and made a number of free throws. There's one of those blocks that came in the third quarter. And there's one of the outside shots knocked down as well. So Shatoya Sanders helping to lead the way tonight for Purdue Fort Wayne. In fact, he was one of 3 Mastodons in double figures with 17 points. Riley Ott, the freshman, had 18. Jazzy Hughes had 10. And we are just waiting momentarily for assistant coach Marcy Alberts to come and join us on the post-game show. Of course, the team will enjoy this win tonight, but they are right back in action roughly about 36 hours let's see, it's almost 9 o'clock now, so 38 hours from now, they'll be right back on the court taking on the Flames from Illinois, Chicago. But that is Thursday morning. So if I can get Marcy's attention, we will continue our post-game chat. If I can. Oops, this is going to be fun here. A whole bunch of chords. So we will continue our little housekeeping here. In hopes of getting Marcy. And we will continue to momentarily wait. Tell you what, if I can't get her attention right now, we'll take a break and then come back. Again, final score, Purdue Fort Wayne 73, Purdue Northwest 50. And she will be here momentarily. And she just saw me, and she is heading this way. Well. Says hi to head men's golf coach Billy King, and now she's coming on over to the table. Better late than never.
I'm here.
Yes, you are. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
A nice way to get the season started, and one of the things that I liked, there was inside, there was outside.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty clean performance at both ends, but offensively, I think we attacked them a lot of different ways, which is what we wanted to see. We really talked about it at halftime about getting the ball into the post, especially into Shatoya when she was sealing. We missed her a few times in the first half, and the kids really looked at it, which is good. You know, they made those halftime adjustments, and Toya took care of business. You know, to come out and have a double-double, first game, you know, out of the chute, and you know, she's been going in practice somewhat limited from time to time. So, I mean, for her to come out and be able to play that way, really good sign.
It's funny. I watched practice yesterday, and I talked with Nisi afterwards, and I said, boy, Shatoya just didn't look like she was there. And Nisi says, wait till the red light goes on. Yep. And that's exactly what happened tonight.
Well, and that's what we've been talking about. You know, she can go through just a little bit of practice, get her timing down, and be able to come play in the game. And if that's what it takes to be able to get her out here where she can give us a lot of minutes, then that's what we have to do. I mean, we only have 8 kids dressed right now anyhow, so everybody's going to get their chance. And I thought they all took advantage of the opportunities that they got tonight and took care of business.
Got to give Purdue Northwest credit. They hung in there for a long time. I mean, the final score is 23-point differential, but it was, 12 at the break, 41-28.
Right.
And they kept it close for a long time.
They did. The thing that we never let them get going was their 3-ball. And, you know, we talked a lot about that in really since last Thursday, guarding that 3-point line, not giving them a chance to get going, because that's the difference maker in basketball. And it keeps teams in it, maybe that shouldn't always be around. And it's we did a really good job tonight on Goodman, who's their best 3-point shooter, and number 32 Rowhouse. We didn't give her a chance to get going, and that I thought was huge. You know, we didn't give them the open looks. They hit some buckets, you know, and it really went back and forth. The nice thing about what I saw from our kids was when they hit a big one, we came down and answered. And, you know, we haven't always seen that. So that was a sign of maturity, and I think a really good thing moving forward that we can build on.
I know you being a former guard at Ohio State. I don't know how much it hurts me to say Ohio State.
It's all good. I hear you.
But I know you had to be happy with the play of Riley Ott in her freshman debut.
You know, for a freshman to come out and we put the ball in her hands early on, We didn't think that they could guard her off the bounce real well, and that is something we wanted to take advantage of. And she stepped up.
Yeah.
You know, there's some kids that might take a back seat to that, be afraid to shoot too much, you know, worry about. She just played basketball, and to come out and perform the way she did in her first collegiate game, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. To be able to do that says something about you as a person. And Riley, she did what we all thought she could do, and it's nice for the rest of the world to see what she can do.
Not much of a break between now and Thursday morning, some 38 hours, but early thoughts on Illinois-Chicago.
It's actually going to be a completely different matchup. Their strengths are getting up and down the floor, attacking it inside. They have the ability to shoot the three, but the best part of their game is probably off the bounce and being physical, more physical than their opponents. And, you know, that's something that we're going to have to get ready with our game plan. As coaches, we all have different scouts, so we've had a coach preparing for them since probably about 2 weeks ago. So we'll be ready. The scouts ready to go, and we'll start putting things in tomorrow to prepare for them. But the turnaround's going to be pretty quick, and get our kids some rest and be ready to go. We'll have quite a few students in here, I think, for that game, which is going to be awesome. So it should be a really fun atmosphere.
Well, congratulations to get the season off to a winning start.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Assistant Coach Marcy Alberts talking with us here on the postgame show. Let's take a look at the final numbers for the victorious Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. They were 27 of 65 from the floor tonight for 41.5%. 6 of 19 from three-point range for just over 31.5%. Very respectable 13 of 17 from the foul line for 76.5%. As we mentioned earlier, 3 Mastodons in double figures. Riley Ott, the freshman out of LaPorte, with a game-high 18 points. 17 points from senior Shatoya Sanders. 10 points from Jazzy Hughes. 8 points apiece tonight scored by freshman Shayla Sellers, senior Hannah Albrecht, and junior Michelle Nichols, leaving 2 points for Anna Loppen-Cooper, 2 points for Ellie Dykstra. For Purdue Northwest, they were 18 of 50 from the floor tonight for 36%. Just 3 of 16 from three-point range for just under 19%. 11 of 13 at the foul line for 84.6%. Pride led in scoring by Savia Brockington, who had 14 points, including 6 of 6 from the foul line. And 10 of those 14 points came in the second half. Other than that, 6 points from Brittany Bernard, 6 points from Danielle Nenig, 6 points from Angel Galbraith, 6 points from Alexa Ropke. They all came in the fourth quarter. 5 points scored by Molly DeValcanier. 3 points coming from Kelly Damon. And 2 points scored by Bailey Goodman. Taylor Valters played, and Kennedy Jackson played but did not score. Battle of the boards went to Purdue Fort Wayne 36-31. Shatoya Sanders had 10 boards to give her that double-double tonight. She led the way for Purdue Fort Wayne. Leading rebounders for Purdue Northwest, Brittany Bernard and Savia Brockington, each with 6. Assists favored Purdue Fort Wayne 11-9. Steals favored the Mastodons 11-5. Blocks, each team coming up with 4 blocks tonight. Sanders had 3 of the 4 Mastodon blocks. Turnovers, Purdue Fort Wayne turned the ball over just 8 times. Purdue Northwest turned it over 18 times. And points off turnovers favored the Mastodons 22-7. Points in the paint favored Purdue Fort Wayne 30-26. They also led in second chance points 15-4 and fast break points 4-0. The Purdue Northwest bench outscored the Purdue Fort Wayne bench 36-20. But all in all, a good start for the Mastodons to get this 2019-2020 season underway. Again, 38 hours roughly from now, Mastodons will be right back on the court taking on the Flames from Illinois-Chicago. Illinois-Chicago was here last year on school day, and they came away with the win. Last year, Purdue Fort Wayne traveled to the Windy City and picked up a victory. So we'll see what happens. It'll be the season opener for UIC come Thursday. They're playing an exhibition game tonight. But they'll be here Thursday morning bright and early, and we will be too. And we will come on the air at approximately 10:55, tip-off scheduled for 11 a.m. That will do it for the inaugural broadcast of Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball for this 2019-2020 season. Again, a reminder, you can catch the Purdue Fort Wayne men's basketball team on ESPN Radio 1380 or 100.9 FM, or go online at gomastodons.com. Tip-off is at 10 o'clock Fort Wayne time, and the pregame show with Brett Rump courtside from the Thomas and Mack Arena will get underway at 9:45, some 47 minutes from now. So join the men's broadcast, and we ask you to join us on Thursday as well. Special thanks, as always, to the Purdue Fort Wayne Athletic Department, headed by Athletic Director Kelly Hartley-Hutton. Purdue Fort Wayne Sports Information Department, Aaron Johnson is our main man there. Special thanks to our friends at Learfield Sports IMG College. Special thanks to our friends at YouTube. I'm Mike Maas. Again, our final score tonight, Purdue Fort Wayne 73, Purdue Northwest 50. Please enjoy what's left of your Tuesday night, wherever you may be. And then join us again on Thursday morning at roughly 10:55 a.m. Fort Wayne time, as Purdue Fort Wayne will play host to the University of Illinois at Chicago. Again, our final tonight, Mastodon 73, Pride 50. This has been Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. As we say good night now from Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne University in Fort Wayne, Indiana.